Here we have the case of two artists whose TOS has people up in arms. Also, a disclaimer, you're not going absolutely crazy. I filmed 3 videos today in this outfit and I've changed my lip color in every single one of the videos. So if you see me in this exact fit, but my lips look different, you're not crazy. I actually did change the color. This first post is made by Twitter user Dog Yards. I'm just gonna call them Dog Yards because it doesn't look like they have a nickname in their Twitter page, but it reads, updated my commission TOS. And in big, bold, red letters, it reads, client must be 18 plus or older. I will not work with minors. I will not work with anyone who is MAGA or voted for Trump. And then Dog Yards adds, don't be afraid to have zero tolerance towards the hateful intolerant. Oh, this blew up. Feel free to follow me. I make cool arts. Here are some examples of their artwork. And then Bauhaus Dog writes, tangent, but is the age thing for any reason in particular? And Dog Yards adds, I take NSFW commissions and I just don't want any issues. Plus, I don't want to take the risk of minors potentially using their parents' money or something. And Slushy Wolf adds, as much as I love this, Trump heads don't always have to confess when they calm you. So you'd have to do some slight reconnaissance via OSINT for current and future clients. And Dog Yards says, of course, but I still want it to be said. And if I find out, it is my right to cancel and blacklist them since they've already been notified. And then Dog Yards quote retweeted their original post, and this one absolutely blew up. So this post, as of filming on February 9th, has 1.7 million views and 92,000 likes. Dog Yards writes, people are big mad about this and calling me intolerant and that I will lose money. Yeah, I proudly am intolerant towards those who want my existence to be completely eradicated. It is my right to not want to give any service to bigots. Dog Yards adds, MAGA and alt-right people think they can bully and do and say whatever they want, but then they throw a temper tantrum and claim they're being, quote, discriminated against, end quote, for their political beliefs. Your beliefs come from a place of hate. Get the fuck out, hypocrite. Wow, thank you so much for the support. You can read my full TOS and check out my commission prices on my coffee. And if we go to Dog Yards' profile, they list that they are trans and black. And yeah, if you are part of the group that MAGA and Trump voters are actively discriminating against, you are completely valid in not wanting to work with the people that are supporting somebody that is going to enact policies that will oppress your people. And before I even say that though, as an artist, you are entitled to work with whomever you want. You are also entitled to not work with whomever you want. If there is somebody and they commission you and you don't want to work with them because of their stupid tweets all the time, you are completely valid in not making art for them. Obviously, because nobody is entitled to a freelance service at the end of the day. And the freelancer, the artist in this case, is completely entitled to say no. That's just in the realm of what the artist is allowed to do. Now, I would also say it's twofold too, because we'll read some of the comments, but in some of the comments, a lot of the Trump supporters, the MAGA people, are really mad, which I'm also like, why are you upset that the person that you are oppressing doesn't want to make art for you? And why do you feel entitled to try to get something from them? That is weird to me, right? It's just odd. And the Stinky Fox writes, certainly it's your right, but will you take the time to look into the background of every single one of your clients for the rest of your career? Dealing in absolutes always leads to failure. And then people are in support writing, as you should. Here another person, Gianni, writes, both are true, and you have every right to be stupid, and MAGA appreciates that you are. And Kudzu writes, as a Trump voter, I don't want your existence to be eradicated. I simply want you to stop being a massive pussy. And a lot of other people being like, yo, this is a great idea. I'm gonna add this to my TOS as well. The little tangent, but going back to the whole point of you are entitled to deny services to whomever you would like. The thing is, as an artist, as much as a lot of people want to view artists and clients as separate entities, right? Because you guys are 2 different people. In some regards, because there's gonna be a connection between you and them because you have made art with somebody, the things that the other person does will somewhat reflect on you as their artist. And again, there's fringe cases, there's many scenarios where the artist literally had no idea that the person they made art for was a piece of shit, and they found out later and they're like, oh crap, right? A lot of people in the public, the netizens online, will see, oh, here's this piece of crap, you made art for them. So does that mean you support their ideologies? There's gonna be people that will make that connection, you know what I'm saying? So I can also completely understand from that point of view why you would not want to make art for somebody whose ideologies do not line up with yours, because it may look like you support or back said ideologies. Even if you maybe had no idea that that was the way they swung, right? There will be people that will make that connection, which is why, again, artists are completely entitled to make that decision and be like, I don't want to make art. if you're on the side that's voting for somebody that's gonna oppress me, like, Just for some other points people have made, Twitter user HeyThero writes, it's 2025 and conservatives still think they can guilt people into being tolerant of intolerance. If you advocate for exclusionary principles and practices, we aren't letting you into our explicitly anti-exclusion club. They still genuinely believe this is a masterful gotcha. And Lancet Jades writes, Trump supporters think this is illegal discrimination while at the same time believing people that they don't like should be denied service. And I wish I could feel writes, yeah, this should make sense to everyone, lol. If you don't tolerate somebody, you should expect that they won't tolerate you, lol. Because yeah, we know definitely how much MAGA and Trump supporters are tolerant about trans people, which is not at all. And going into our second story, we have this post made by Kia Rin, who goes by Kia, writing, what the hell? I just went to go commission an artist for this really cute looking eye banner. Am I reading this right or am I stupid? No LGBTQ plus? And here in the TOS it reads, no NSFW, 18 plus, LGBTQ plus, character that shows too much skin, mecha, old people feature, change my art style, removing something from my art style, etc. And then they added, gonna reply so it's at the top. I'm not mentioning the name of the artist publicly for two reasons. One, this could have been a TOS for their own safety. For example, anti-LGBTQ laws in their country or other such reasons. Two, I don't want to start a witch hunt for this artist. And Miyu writes, I noticed there's kind of a lot of people on VGen that don't do LGBTQ+. Like, I've seen at least 6 people now. And Kia says, wow, I had no idea it was that common. I knew it was a thing, but I hadn't seen it for myself before today. And Nova Lux adds, trust me, some artists out there can get worse. And here it says $4 for changing skin tone. And Kia says, hello. And Barry Aquarius writes, would it also be that they can't draw characters in LGBTQ plus style positions? Like it's something they aren't comfortable with? Like how it says no NSFW. Not everyone is comfortable with it or can't do it. Or maybe laws, which is so sad if that's the case. And Kia adds, I agree. If people are uncomfortable drawing any kinds of intimacy or they're putting themselves in danger by taking comms with LGBT characters or from LGBT people, that is 100% justifiable. I don't know whether it's a language barrier thing, that's what they mean. And next adds, I mean, it could just be an artist setting boundaries with what they aren't comfortable drawing. It also says no 18 plus, so yeah. And Kia adds, setting boundaries, and it's all about drawing someone or something that isn't at all related to their drawing ability and is purely based on intolerance of a large group of people. Yeah, okay. And this was funny. Daytria says, so furry art only? That's what I'm getting from that. And Kia says, hot damn, guess I got no choice. Fursona coming soon. And Pixie VTuber writes, I know in some Asian countries and others, being LGBTQ plus can lead to prison or even death. It's better for them to stay safe than risk anything, though some people might genuinely be against LGBTQ plus. However, I think most people deep down want to be who they are no matter what that means. Kia responds, there are 100% cases like this. I'm sure many people who have this in their TOS have valid reasons, but for LGBT people who just want art, without knowing the reasons, it can be pretty disheartening, as it feels like they're being singled out for something they can't control. For that, I kind of have like my thoughts and opinions on this, right? Like I said before, yeah, as an artist, a freelancer, you are entitled to take commissions from whomever you want. You're also entitled to deny work from whomever you want. Does it make you a bit of a bigot to deny art from LGBTQ people without legal reasons, as in you do not live in a country that will persecute you for being gay or making gay artwork, and you're like, I don't want to draw gay people because I just don't like gay people. I guess you're technically legally in your right to not take art from somebody, right? Does also make you a bigot, but there's that. I would also say too, it's like the same thing as like when artists say, oh, I won't draw darker skin tones, right? And some artists say that just because they're racist, and some artists say that because they are very misguided. Like they do not want to draw darker skin tones because they genuinely don't think they can represent dark skin tones well. And to that, then I would present a follow-up question, which is why? Why do you think you cannot draw dark skin tones well? Is it because you never draw black characters? Is it because you never draw melanated characters? If all the characters you draw are white, and that's why you can't draw dark skin characters, I would implore you to expand the references you use for your artwork and do add in a melanated character here and there so that you can practice, because it does show a biased selection, you know? To me, this reads in a similar way, again, with the exception of living somewhere that will persecute you for your gender identity, sexual orientation. Okay, that completely understandable. I do not want you to get persecuted for that. And if making artwork of queer individuals will lead to persecution for you, please do not do that. Please stay safe. But hypothetically, if you do live somewhere where it's completely legal, supported, valid, etc., and you don't want to draw LGBTQ characters because you don't want to, or you don't feel like you can represent gay people well, again, it's kind of one of those where, yay, maybe we should broaden our worldviews a little bit, you know? So that's kind of where I stand, where it's like, yes, you are entitled to deny service whenever. It can also make you a bigot and racist, depending on who you're denying the service to and your reasoning behind it, you know? So that's just kind of where I stand on it, right? But again, you know, denying service to people who have voted for a guy that is going to persecute you, more power to you, bro. So I would love to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. Again, please be respectful. I really implore you guys to do that. When you share your thoughts and opinions, I would really appreciate that. But I would love to hear your thoughts on both scenarios, and much love to both the artist Dog Yards and to Kia as well for this. So with that, I hope you guys liked the video. If you do, I appreciate if you like and subscribe. I also have an Etsy shop where I sell digital goods and stuff. And I also have a coffee where I have free stuff on there for y'all. And I also stream on Twitch 3 days a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays at 6 p.m. PST. So I hope to catch you guys there or in another one of my videos.